Hey, it's Josh, co-founder and CEO at Interact Quiz Builder. We are a experience marketing platform where you can create interactive quizzes that draw people in, get them to know your brand really well. You can also use them to build your email list, and most importantly, just to stand out. With all the changes to tracking and online advertising and everything that's happening in marketing, it's getting more and more difficult to really know what's working, what's not working, what's going to make you stand out from the crowd. And one of the things that's really stood out in the last 10 years that we've been running this company, and before that, it's kind of this evolution over and over again. Quizzes just keep surfacing back up. Every few years they have a huge resurgence, but it doesn't mean that they're not popular in the meantime. So if you're thinking about creating an experience for your customers, your potential customers, for your ad spend that people are going to remember beyond just, oh, I saw this discount, or I, found this deal or whatever, right? We're slowly trying to move away from just giving people discounts and deals, because obviously that cuts into your bottom line. So something that you can do to really draw people in and make your brand memorable, stand out from the competition, is to create an experience that people can go into, for themselves. And so I want to highlight a few examples from some of our biggest industries that we service, and just kind of take you through how this works and what's going on behind the scenes as well from a psychological perspective, because obviously there's a lot happening with quizzes that's behind the scenes, and I want to unpack some of those layers so that if you're interested in building out a quiz or even implementing some of these ideas into the rest of your marketing, you can do that. So let's jump into this first one. It's from TravelZoo. Obviously, travel is a big, well, maybe it's not obvious, but travel is a big industry for quizzes, because you can do things like, where should you go on your next vacation? Which city should you visit? Which country should you visit? What kind of traveler are you? I've seen all those from a lot of the big brands. So let's take this quiz and check it out. So this is cool. Like, how long would you like to be gone for? And I want to talk through this question in particular, because what this question is doing is telling me that you understand vacation. I didn't even think about why this is an important question for me until I saw it. And once I see this, now as the quiz taker, the person experiencing this, I'm like, oh, wow, actually, that does really change what kind of vacation works for me. If I'm going for a long time, I'm going to want a vastly different experience than if I'm going for a long weekend, right? And so this is a great question. And that's one of the principles of writing great questions for an experience, for a quiz, is really just to kind of talk to people where they're at and show that you understand who they are and what their struggles are with your question. So again, this is a good question. These are all just really helping the brand figure out what's right for me. Lots of great images here. That's another thing about experiences. You want to leave people with a picture of what you're talking about. So that's all here. And then here's some of the big magic for these quizzes, because over the last 10 years, like I said, we've generated 9, probably close to 10 million leads for maybe it's 90. It's really high. I think it's 90. It's a massive number of leads that we have come through our platform. So across our entire platform, and the average conversion rate is 40.8%. So we just started taking this quiz. We clicked that take quiz button. Over the last 10 years, out of everybody who's clicked that take quiz button, 40.8% of those people end up opting in at the end, which is incredible. And we all know the value of having somebody on your email list. That's a list that you own, that's not going to go anywhere with the latest algorithm updates or whatever happens, right? So really valuable. So I'm just going to skip that for now. That is best practice. And I got Paris, which makes sense. I was just in Paris recently, and I can find deals to Paris. Boom. That's really magic, right? So click that button. Now it's finding me vacation deals in Paris. That's awesome. I can book right away. So now I'm getting also that personalized aspect through this quiz. So not only is there the email capture, the awareness, the memory, and I'll put the link to this quiz because it's just really well done. I'll put it in the comments below, or not the comments, the description below. But yeah, super well done here. And just a way to make your brand more memorable, stand out from the competition, create that experience. So when someone clicks onto your quiz, it's not just like, okay, cool, I just see a list of things I could do. It's overwhelming. It's just really simple. It's one thing. It slowly draws you in, shows that you understand them as a potential customer, and then you can recommend the right products or services for them. So that's a really good example. Let's jump over to e-commerce, which is another really big industry for experience marketing. This is the Mount Lai Stone Guide. Mount Lai is a really cool gua sha brand that is just making waves. I mean, they jumped onto the scene a few years back and just a really, really awesome brand featured in Sephora and other places. So if you click on the Take the Quiz button for this one, it's going to ask me questions about my skin because this is for your skincare. So it'll ask me these questions. This one you'll notice is more simple. It matches the site, honestly. Like that's another big thing with these is the branding matches the site. And so that's an advantage of our platform is that you can make this all just look right. So again, similar process. I'm going to skip that step and see my results, which in this case, it's going to tell me which stone and then show me some options for purchasing that. These conversion rates, again, are super high. The average conversion rate in e-commerce is just around 36, 37% opt-in rate, so slightly lower, but honestly still astronomically higher than anything else that we've seen over the years. And you're also going to increase that order value because now you're recommending products in a personalized way, almost as if you were managing a shop and someone came in and knew nothing about this and they're like, which one should I buy? And you're able to show them based on their preferences. So that's really cool. Let's jump over to education. This is from an international business school here, and their quiz is which career is right for you. Obviously, a pressing question. If you're thinking about going to a business school, you are going to be thinking about what to do afterwards. Really cool here where they have, which magazine do you want to read? That's a question I hadn't really thought about. Who do you want to go to lunch with? Um, House hunting. Where would you want to live? What would you do if you won the lottery? So these are just lifestyle questions. I think it's a really good job of connecting this up to real life. Again, opt-in form and financial analyst. That's really interesting. And then you can learn more about it on the website. So again, drawing people in, making that memorable experience, then recommending something. I think that's the key. You're able to recommend something that's really relevant to them, and they're much more likely to engage after the fact. One more example, jumping over to the SaaS world, the technology world. This is from JobVite. They have this really good quiz here. What's your candidate engagement level? And this is going to help the potential customer understand how well they're doing with recruiting. And similar process here. Again, the branding matches the site, right? Like this is a serious thing. Like you're trying to recruit people, and they ask for more information here because that is a more uh, advanced use case. So see my results, and I got beginner. I clicked through, but could have done better for sure. So these are all examples of experience marketing. If you're interested in exploring this, I'll put the link below, but we have a bunch of templates available that you can use. So for example, if you're looking at like travel let's just take that one. We have all the examples, but travel, we have a bunch of templates in here. What type of traveler are you? And you can go in here, preview these templates, take them, and then you can actually just copy these straight into your Interact account and just start editing them like right away. These templates are written by experts, so it takes out that content writing component, which is what we've actually found people get stuck on the most. Again, we've been doing this for 10 years, and that's the thing that trips up virtually everyone. I mean, it makes sense even having written these things for so long. it's still a struggle for me sometimes. So this is a huge push that we made to get these templates in there, make it really easy to get started. Also over on our site, so if you go to tryinteract.com, you can talk to an expert before you even jump in here, talk through your quiz strategy, how you'd want to set things up, all that kind of good stuff, so that you get an idea of how it would work for your brand and your market. We've worked with everybody, so we can kind of shed some light on what's going to work well in your industry. So check that out. Again, experience marketing, I would say the biggest things that define it are, just making a memorable experience for people, drawing people into the conversation. So asking them questions about themselves, letting them talk more than you talk. That's an old like sales principle, but you're actually able to do that with a quiz. You're able to let people talk more than you talk because you're not talking at all. You're just asking them questions. Um, so that's another big thing. The email capture that's contextualized and personalized, and then the recommendations that are contextualized and personalized. Those are all big advantages of doing experience marketing through quizzes, and it's something that's getting big right now. So I would definitely jump on it and give it a try.